upastitaha dishtya svabandhun pranayan upastitaha kim nastapashchina madokshajarchanam purteshta dattam mutabhuta sauhridam yat sampareta punareva balako dishtya svabandhun pranayan upastitaha kim nastapashchina madokshajarchanam purteshta dattam mutabhuta sauhridam yat sampareta punareva balako dishtya svabandhun pranayan upastitaha. Kim, what kind of? Naha, by us. Tapaha, austerity. Chirnam has been done for a very long time. Adokshaja, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Archanam, worshipping. Purta, constructing public roads, etc. Ishta, activities for public benefit. Dattam, giving charity. Uta, or else. Bhuta sauhridam, because of love for the general public. Yat, by the result of which. Samparetaha, even though the child was practically lost in death, punaha eva, even again, because of pious activities. Balakaha, the child. Dishtya, by fortune. Swabandhun, all his relatives. Pranayan, to please. Upastitaha, is present here. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Vajracharana Aravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Nanda Maharaj and the others said, we must previously have performed austerities for a very long time, worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead, performed pious activities for public life, constructing public roads and wells, and also given charity, as a result of which this boy, although faced with death, has returned to give happiness to his relatives. Can I repeat the translation? Nanda Maharaj and the others said, we must previously have performed austerities for a very long time, worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, performed pious activities for public life, constructing public roads and wells, and also given charity, as a result of which this boy, although faced with death, has returned to give happiness to his relatives. Purport. Nanda Maharaj confirmed that by pious activities one can become a sadhu so that one will be happy at home and one's children will be protected. In Shastra, there are many injunctions for karmis and jnanis, especially for karmis, by which they can become pious and happy even in material life. According to Vedic civilization, one should perform activities for the benefit of the public, such as constructing public roads, planting trees on both sides of the road so that people can walk in the shade, and constructing public wells so that everyone can take water without difficulty. One should perform austerity to control one's desires and must simultaneously worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus, one becomes pious, and as a result, one is happy even in material conditions of life. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport and translation to Canto 10, Chapter 7, Text 32 of Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this verse is spoken by Nanda Maharaj and the residents of Gokula who were present with Nanda Maharaj at the time when Lord Krishna was somehow, by the grace of providence, by the grace of the Supreme Lord, Krishna was saved from the wrath of a demon by name Trinavarta, who was deputed by Kamsa to kill baby Krishna. But although Trinavarta came to kill Krishna, on the other hand, he was killed. And Krishna enjoyed a very nice ride on Trinavarta's back, because Trinavarta took him to the space by creating a whirlwind and taking away Krishna from Gokula to up in the sky. But so Krishna had a free space ride without payment. And when Trinavarta fell dead on the ground, because as Trinavarta took Krishna up in the sky, Krishna started becoming heavier and heavier. He was weighing heavier and heavier and heavier. So much so that Trinavarta could not bear the weight of baby Krishna. So Trinavarta thought, let me get rid of this boy, of this child. But he could not get rid of Krishna because Krishna was tightly holding on to the neck of Trinavarta. His arms around the neck of Trinavarta. So Trinavarta could not get rid of Krishna. And because Krishna was weighing heavier and heavier, and that weight was pushing down Trinavarta. And finally, Trinavarta fell straight up from the sky onto the ground and onto a stone. And his body became dismantled. It became, all his different body organs got separated. But Krishna was at the top of Trinavarta's body, still playing around. And when Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj saw this, especially Mother Yashoda, she was shocked and she started crying. And the gopis who were nearby also joined the crying of Mother Yashoda. But they were relieved that Krishna had somehow come back, returned back. So they thought that innocent devotees are always protected by the Supreme Lord. On the other hand, sinful persons are always vanquished, destroyed by their sinful activities. Because Krishna is very pure, therefore he was protected. And innocent, he was protected by Vishnu. But they don't know that Krishna is the original Vishnu. They thought Krishna is their baby, but Vishnu is God. But actually Krishna is God and the origin of Vishnu also. But out of their simple nature. Also, because of being in a relationship of mother and father of Lord Krishna, Yogamaya has covered their knowledge of Krishna as being the Supreme Lord, to facilitate the pastimes of Yashoda Nanda Maharaj nurturing baby Krishna, and to facilitate Vatsalya Rasa. So they thought Krishna is their child and Vishnu is God. The Vishnu has protected our child. And also, this demon Trinavarta was sinful. Therefore, he died out of his own sin. Which is a fact. Those who perform sinful activities, that very sin will destroy them. And those who perform pious activities, that very pious activities will save them. That is described here in today's verse. So, Nanda Maharaj and the other residents, they are thinking like this, how Krishna got saved. Kim naha tapaha chirnam adokshaja archanam. So they thought, Kim, what kind of naha, we, all of us here in Gokula, what kind of naha kim, tapaha, austerity we must have performed in the past. Chirnam, for a very long time we must have done tapasya. And adokshaja, archanam, we must have also engaged in worshipping Adokshaja, Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Purta Ishta, we must have also engaged in activities benefiting the public, common men and women. How? By constructing roads, constructing wells. So, Purta Ishta. Or, Uta, we must, Dattam, we must have given a lot of charity, which has accrued a lot of pious credits for us. Or, Bhuta Sauhridam, we have maintained good relationship, amicable relationship or loving relationship with the general public. Why are they telling all these things? That they must have done tapasya for a long time, they must have worshipped the Supreme Lord, they must have constructed for the public's benefit roads and public wells, and they must have given a lot of charity to the needy. Why are they telling all these things? That's described here. Yet, by the result of which, because of which, sampareta punareva balakaha. All these things have led to sampareta punar eva balakaha. The child who must have been dead by now has returned back. Punareva balakaha. Sampareta, he is almost dead. But punaha eva balaka, he has returned back. Upastitaha, and is present right in front of us. Swabandhun pranayan. To give pleasure and joy and happiness to his relatives and family members. Swabandhun pranayan. All this has happened because of dishtya, good fortune. What is the good fortune? Tapaha chirnam, adokshaja archanam, purtha ishta dattam, bhuta sauhridam. This has caused good fortune. Is what Nanda Maharaj and the others are thinking and discussing among themselves. How Krishna was saved from death. So Prabhupada explains in the purport, yes, it is a fact that if you perform pious activities, it will protect one, save one from dangers, from calamities, from embarrassing situations in life. Material life is such that we're always made to face embarrassing situations, very awkward situations. That is material life. Why? Because if this material world is filled with embarrassing, awkward situations, means a result of sinful activities. That's all. It is only and only because of past sinful activities one is put in an embarrassing, difficult, awkward, painful situation. Otherwise, there's no reason for one to face trouble, pain, difficulty in life. Most people do not realize this. They feel very sorry when they are put in a very difficult situation. Isn't it? Generally, as a common man like us, we feel very sorry. Oh, I'm going through such a bad time. Yes, because that is the result of one's own past deeds. And one cannot escape the result of one's reaction, one's actions. One cannot escape. Laws of nature are very strict, and our activities are being governed by higher authorities and observed by higher authorities, and they are awarding the results of our activities. So if one is in a very good position, that is the reward for our past good deeds. And if one is in a very difficult situation or a painful situation, that is the result of our past misdeeds. So here, coming to this verse, it is a fact that if one performs pious activities, constructing public roads, wells, helping people, performing austerity, controlling one's desires. But Prabhupada highlights in the purport in this entire verse two important words. Adokshaja archanam. Simultaneously, one must worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then, as a result of becoming pious in this way, one can become happy even in material condition of life. So therefore, a highlight is, along with doing pious activities, one must worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Ultimately, it is Krishna or Vishnu who is awarding the results of one's pious activities and making one's life comfortable in this world. One should not forget that. One should not think that pious activities stand alone by themselves are actually bringing about good fortune. No, that is the arrangement of the Lord. So one should be conscious of the arrangement of the Lord, that He has made this possibility. Therefore, one should always be grateful to the Supreme Lord. And how does one express one's gratefulness? By worshipping the Supreme Lord. By becoming a devotee of the Supreme Lord, we show our gratitude and gratefulness. So interesting to note, Prabhupada says, if one becomes pious, then the result is one can be happy even in material condition of life, even in this material world. Not only in the spiritual world, even in material condition of life, one can become happy and have a peaceful life. That means if one becomes a devotee of the Lord. So now one may ask that, is this protection or this benefit only for the devotee or for the non-devotee? So the point is very simple. There are two things to consider. One is care and maintenance. The other is protection. So the Lord is caring and providing and maintaining all the living entities. He is also protecting all the living entities. But there are two categories of living beings or entities in this world: the devotee and the non-devotee. Non-devotee means, okay, let's understand devotee. Devotee means one who accepts Vishnu, one who accepts to be a devotee of Vishnu or Krishna voluntarily. A non-devotee means one who chooses voluntarily not to surrender to God or Krishna or Vishnu. Voluntarily he chooses. He is called non-devotee. So non-devotee is by choice. It is not a category of living entity. It is by the choice of the living being. By my choice, I am being away from Krishna. Similarly, by my choice, I can become devotee of Krishna. Agree to become devotee of Krishna. It is in our hands. It is not Lord's discrimination. So as far as the Lord is concerned, He is equal to everyone because He is the Supreme Lord and the Father of all living beings, whether they are devotees or non-devotees. He is the Father of everyone, the Lord of everyone, whether a devotee or a non-devotee. Therefore, His care, maintenance and protection is equally available for all. But there's a slight difference. For the devotees, the Lord's care, maintenance and protection comes directly from the Lord. In other words, the Lord directly takes care. Just like a father at home, He directly takes care of the maintenance, direct charge of the family. Directly He takes care of the maintenance and protection of the family. So similarly for the devotees, Krishna directly involves in maintaining them and protecting them. And as far as the non-devotees are concerned, the Lord has made an arrangement through the laws of nature, represented by Kala in this material world. So Kala will dispense how much care, maintenance, protection to be given for each conditioned soul. That is also the Lord's energy only, Lord's arrangement only. So when there is a non-devotee in this world, whom do you think that is maintaining them and protecting them? They may have nothing to do with God or Krishna. They may not be worshippers of Vishnu or God. Yet the Lord is only making arrangement because there is no second personality. Ekam dvitiyam. Ekam Brahma dvitiya na asti. This is what the Veda is saying. Ekam Brahman dvitiya na asti. There is one Supreme Lord and the maintainer and the protector of everyone. There is no second person. That is why, you see, Krishna, he is called Janardana. Janardana means Jana Ardhana. That means the maintainer of all Jana or living beings. It's called Janardana. The maintainer of all living beings in the creation. Whether devotee or non-devotee. That is our consideration. The way we look at it. But for the Lord, there's no such devotee and non-devotee. All are His children. All are His part and parcel. So He provides for the maintenance of everyone. Whether they're surrendered or even not surrendered. So He is Janardana. Because He is Janardana, just like the father, Prabhupada says this. Just like a father at home, he may have some children. Some may be obedient, some may be disobedient. Yet, the father will maintain all the children. Whether they're obedient children or disobedient children. Whether they are listening or they're not listening, rebellious. Still, the parents will maintain. That is their disposition. That's the disposition of the parents. Similarly, the Supreme Lord, being the Supreme Father, has final responsibility in taking care of the jivas, either in Vaikuntha or in this material world. So He's made provision. So, therefore, He is Janardana, maintainer of all living beings. And even a non-devotee, the Lord is maintaining. Therefore, He is Dina Dayal, very merciful. He is not neglecting. If He neglects, the living entity is finished. It's finished. If the Lord neglects this material world and the non-devotees, then they are doomed. They cannot exist. So, Krishna describes in Bhagavad Gita, Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshi asti na priyaha. Dveshya and priyaha. There are two things in this world. Two ways we relate with people in this world as a common man, as a conditioned soul. Some of them we don't like. Some of them we like. Every single person we have this connection, this attitude, this kind of relationship. Moment I see a person, only two things goes in my mind. I like him, I don't like him. I don't like him. But that's not the position of the Supreme Lord or the devotee who has transcended Dvandva nature. Nature of duality. Prahlad Maharaj also says that devotee means there is nothing like friends and enemies, liking and disliking. One has to go above this liking and disliking. Friends and enemies. He is my man, he is not my man. He is my family, doesn't belong to my family. No such distinctions and discriminations. Then you have transcended the modes of nature. In that state, laws of nature does not apply on that person. He transcends. This is what Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita. Yadate moha kalilam buddhir vyati tarishyati. When your mind and consciousness has transcended the material modes of nature, then actually he is liberated. He becomes situated in his constitutional position. So we have to come to that state. Then we become devotee. When we look alike, friends and enemies. So Krishna being the Supreme Lord, obviously has no likes and dislikes as regards the different living beings. He likes everyone. He does not dislike anyone. Just like the Father likes every one of his children. There's nothing like disliking a particular child, his own child. Nothing like that. What do you speak of the Supreme Lord? So that's his disposition. The Supreme Lord's disposition. Samoham sarva bhuteshu. I'm equal to all. Of course, yet Krishna says, I have a personal interest on the devotees because they are dependent on me. They don't have any other source of dependence and maintenance. They don't go anywhere else for dependence and maintenance. They depend only on me. They have no other shelter, no other maintenance. Sukha or dukkha, they look up to me only. They don't look up to anybody else. Whether in the situation of sukha or dukkha. That is the position of the devotee or the disposition of the devotee. Therefore, because they don't have anybody, I must naturally take care of them. I mean, who else will take care? Who else will take care? They are dependent on me. I am responsible for them. But the non-devotee, he is not depending on me. He is thinking, I will manage. Lord is allowing. But that also Lord is making arrangement in an indirect way through Kala. In an indirect way, Lord is maintaining and protecting. Still, that is the Lord's arrangement. But the non-devotee does not recognize and obviously does not realize this. So there are umpty number of examples to give in this regard, how the Lord is maintaining and the Lord is protecting everyone. That is why the Lord comes to this world, or the Lord leaves behind the scriptures to give us references, unlimited references, authentic references to directly indicate the living entities, show the living entities. He is there for maintaining and protecting all of us. There's nothing to worry, nothing to fear. Fear means absence of Krishna consciousness. You've forgotten Krishna. Why are you fearful? Why are you afraid? The Lord will not protect you? Has He given away protection? Has He done with giving protection to His bhaktas? Has He done away with maintaining His part and parcel? That you are afraid, what will happen to my evening food? Tomorrow morning bread? Who will protect me? Who will take care of me if I don't take care of myself? I should make arrangement for myself. That means faithlessness. If we are making arrangement ourselves for our own maintenance and protection, that means faithlessness. But if one is convinced, somehow, there is arrangement and protection, I don't have to bother about it, that means faithfulness. That means such a person is a devotee. Shraddhavan. The Bhagavad Gita, this word is used. Such persons are called Shraddhavan. Faithful devotees. They have full faith on the Lord's maintenance and protection and care. They don't even think. That is why Prabhupada says, just take a small child. A small child. It is completely dependent on the mother and father for care, maintenance, protection. The child has no alternative, nor does the child seek any alternative. Suppose you see a small baby, just a newborn baby, or 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, even 1 year, 2-year child. Have you seen going to somebody else other than parents? No, that's number one. Number two, have you seen the child seeking any arrangement for maintenance and protection? No. The child is fully convinced, my mother is there, she will take care of me. It is not that when the baby is hungry and the baby should ask for the mother's milk. No. Baby is uncomfortable and should ask for removing the reason for discomfort. No. The mother is always attentive. Her focus is always on the child and the child's comfort. Always. So the parents are consciously taking care of all the needs of the child. And the parents also would want to continue that even after the child grows up. But only difference is the child thinks, no, 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 now I'm not a child. I'm a grown-up man, woman. I will take care of myself. Then the care proportionately is withdrawn. Apparently is withdrawn. But still the parents only are taking care and maintaining, protecting. But the child thinks, no, no, I'm independent. I have my friends. I have my arrangements. I have my entertainment. Independent arrangements. Exactly like that. The position of the devotee is like that of a small child or a baby. The devotee is completely dependent on the Lord. And he does not even ask. Just like the baby, it's not that the baby is asking. Mother already provides. Already knows what is the need. The father already knows what is the need of my child. And they arrange, they provide. Similarly, if our mother and father can know without we expressing how much is the Supreme Lord who is Sarvagya, why he will not know that you should come and pray, come and ask, come and express, Krishna, please give me this, please protect me, I'm in danger, I'm in difficulty. There's no such petition needed by the devotee. You don't have to. Lord knows well in advance. If you're in a dangerous condition, Lord knows. If you're in a very good position, Lord knows. He is fully aware and will do the best. So this faith one should develop. That is called Sharanagati. The entire subject matter of bhakti is nothing but the development of this Shraddha or faith on the Supreme Lord. He is my best well-wisher, my maintainer, my protector. This is bhakti. And we should cultivate this little by little, day by day, moment to moment, situation to situation. Consciously we should practice. This is a practice. Of course, if one becomes advanced spiritually by very strong chanting, automatically it will happen. But otherwise, one should cultivate this consciousness little by little. Human life is especially meant for cultivating this consciousness, this faith. Rupa Goswami describes there are 9 stages of development of bhakti, leading to the point of becoming a lover of God, Krishna Prema. And Rupa Goswami says, all these 9 stages are nothing but development of faith, incrementing one's faith on Krishna to the point of love of Godhead. So one should practice this in one's life, because bhakti is to be practiced. It is to be practiced. Practice means we should do it repeatedly. Just like as a student I study daily. As a bhakta I should practice bhakti. Practice this consciousness. Krishna is already taking care of me, already protecting me. I don't have to ask for. Rather, I should only think, like Prabhupada says, continuing that previous example. So, the grown-up child will think, oh, my parents are already taking care of me. What is there to ask? Rather, now I should think that I have grown up. What can I do to my parents? Similarly, the devotee is like the grown-up child who thinks, oh, Krishna, what is there to ask Krishna or God? He's already done everything. Rather, the only thing which remains is what I can do to the Lord. What I can do to my Lord. My Lord. It's a very important consciousness. So, Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Yoga Kshemam Vahamiyaham. I am constantly engaged in taking care of the needs of the devotees and protecting and preserving their spiritual life. Lord is always conscious, very attentive. This we discussed in last class also. Just like if you see There was a very nice story in the life of Haridas Thakur, a great devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Krishna. He's called Brahma Haridas. His name is Brahma Haridas, actually. Why Brahma Haridas? Because Lord Brahma appeared as Haridas Thakur to join Lord Chaitanya's Leela and receive his blessings. That's why it's called Brahma Haridas. So this Haridas Thakur was sitting in a cave, making it as his residence and chanting day and night Hare Krishna mantra. About 23 hours a day he would chant out of the 24 hours. And 1 hour he will keep for taking bath and any other activity, bodily necessities. Just 1 hour. 23 hours he would chant. That is the minimum commitment he kept. Not the maximum. It's the minimum commitment he kept. Possibly he would like to extend it to 24 hours, but unfortunately he feels that he is in Maya and he could not chant that 1 hour also. And Prabhupada said 16 rounds is minimum, and Prabhupada says even 16 rounds we cannot commit. How fallen we are in Kali Yuga. How unfortunate we are. We are not able to chant 16 rounds. Such a big burden on our head. Such a difficult thing. It's almost next to impossibility. Like that we are thinking. But for Haridas Thakur, he is thinking that 1 hour also, I am not able to chant. Balance 1 hour, unfortunately. He is thinking like that. So this Haridas Thakur, that is this devotee Haridas Thakur, so attached he is to chanting Hare Krishna. So, when he was residing in this cave, because he was recognized as a great saint, every day people would come and offer respects to him, take his blessings, and then go away. Every day they would come, see this saintly Haridas. That is why it is said that one should come to the temple of the Lord and bow down to the saintly person, the present representative of Haridas Thakur, Srila Prabhupada. Bow down, take his blessings. You require blessings daily, not once a year. Swamiji, once a year Janmashtami, pakka I will come. So only once a year blessing for you. Don't want blessing daily? India especially is obsessed with blessing. Swamiji, Ashirvad. Swamiji, Ashirvad. We are obsessed with that blessing, right? It's good, very good. So please give a practical way for that blessing. Come daily, bow down to Prabhupada. See how your life change. Drastically. So these people would come, bow down to Haridas Thakur. But one day, they expressed, my dear Haridas, actually we would like to come every day and bow down to you, take your blessings. But we are little concerned about the python also sharing the residence, twin sharing. Haridas Thakur and python. Suppose in a flat, you will do twin sharing with your friend. You will do with python, cobra. Haridas Thakur was doing that. The python happened to reside there. Obviously, caves, forests, jungles is a place where the snakes reside. So the snake was there in this cave. Not snake, actually it's a python. Very scary, very fat python. So they were very scared, the people. Haridas Thakur thought, oh, python, okay. So what he thought, why to disturb this python? It is python's place to stay there. And why should I cause anxiety to python? Why should I cause anxiety to people also? So let me leave the cave. Python, toot here. So you stay, I go. Python said, no, Thakurji. आप ठहरिए, हम तो जाएगा. किधर जाएगा? किधर तो जाएगा. I will leave. So As Haridas Thakur is speaking to the people, okay, no doubt you want to meet me daily. Yes, I understand. So in order that you will not be put in trouble, I will leave this cave, let the snake stay, and we will go to some other, I will go to some other place. You can come and have my darshan. As Haridas Thakur was speaking, the python slipped away in front of everyone out of the cave. So Prabhupada explains, the Lord in the heart of Haridas Thakur and the Lord in the heart of the python communicating with each other. This is called wireless communication. It's all very old systems, nothing is new. It's called spiritual-less, this is called material-less communication. It's not wireless, material-less communication. You come to spiritual platform, there is no bar of signals. They can communicate. So then this Paramatma spoke to that Paramatma and said, no, actually you should go away from here. Snake listened. Python listened. Sometimes people don't listen, right? Python listened. You can see how Python also is such a high grade. So the python did seva to Haridas Thakur and left. Haridas Thakur was not at all concerned. So the Lord is protecting. Haridas Thakur is with python. The python didn't attack Haridas Thakur. How is it possible? So there is one or two statements I'll make and close. That's why Yamaraj made a very striking statement, very instructive for us. I was discussing this with somebody this week. It's a very serious point. Yamaraj says, Pati chutam tishtati dishta rakshitam. Sometimes we see Pati means path. See, English also has picked up many words from Sanskrit, although they don't recognize that today. Anyway, so Pati, on a road, Chutam tishtati dishta rakshitam. Chutam means something which has fallen. Maybe your money, your purse, some valuable has fallen on the road. Pati chutam. Suppose your purse has fallen on the road, then tishtati, it still remains sometimes. Even though everybody is looking, oh, this man's purse has fallen down, but nobody picks it up. Nobody steals it. Dishta rakshitam. It is when it is protected by the Lord, by destiny, by providence. Sometimes we say providence, right? What is providence? Destiny. Actually, it is Krishna. Because behind destiny is the hands of Krishna. So the non-devotees, they, if at all attribute blessings, they attribute to destiny, not Krishna. That's why they are non-devotees. But we know destiny means, good fortune means Krishna. Lord's personal hands. So, it is protected by destiny, that means Krishna. Sometimes we see a purse has fallen on the street, everybody is looking at it, nobody has picked it up. It is safe, you can go and pick up again. After 1 hour, you will come and realize, oh, it is there. It has happened many times. Then, grihe sthitam tad vihitam vihatam vinashyati. On the other hand, grihe sthitam, your money may be safely protected at home. Tad vihatam vinashyati. Yet, you will see sometimes it is stolen, lost. Money on the street may be protected, but money at your home, locked doors, may be lost. Secured well may be lost. One example. Second example. Jivati anatha apitad ikshita vane is another very powerful example. Jivati anatha. One may not have any protector. Natha, somebody to take care. A master, somebody to care for. Anatha, no master. That means vagabond. Shelterless. So, Jivati anataha apitad ikshita vane. There may be a person or even a child in a jungle. But Jivati, he is living alive without being attacked by wild animals, jackals, lions, tigers, pythons, snakes. He is still alive. Such creatures looks like they have not attacked this person or this child. They still continue to live jivati. On the other hand, grihe abhigupta asya hato na jivati. Grihe abhigupta asya. You may make all arrangements for security at one's home. Security guard, bodyguard, bulletproof coat, bulletproof car. Hataha na jivati. Still we see he dies. So what is the mystery? One word is used to break that mystery. It is called ikshitaha. In this verse it is said, tad ikshita. If the Supreme Lord glances and desires to protect someone, nobody can cause danger or harm or death. But Supreme Lord withdraws protection, everything is lost. Similarly, the Lord gives protection for one's money, one's family, everything is fine. Otherwise, it is not possible. So Yamaraj is telling this. It's very instructive. So therefore, we should develop ultimately faith on the Lord's protection, Lord's maintenance. As a matter of duty, we may make arrangements in this world, but our faith is on the Supreme Lord, not on the material arrangement. Because the material arrangement may fail. Then you will make another material arrangement. That will fail. Make another material arrangement. So therefore, we should not depend on material arrangement. We depend on the spiritual arrangement of Krishna's hands. And we should be convinced that he is my maintainer, eternal protector, eternal well-wisher. Suhridam sarva bhutanam. And cultivate this consciousness. Then we'll be very peaceful. Which is a fact. So I'll stop here. Granthrat Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Tomorrow evening, that is 29th of September, Monday, we have been given one time slot for performing Harinam Sankirtan in the palace main stage on the occasion of Dasara. So from evening 6 p.m. to 6:45 in the palace main stage in the palace, will be the devotees of our temple will be performing Sankirtan. So we welcome all of you also to join. You can come through any entry and come to the palace main stage by 5:15 you can assemble. And let us perform Sankirtan. So it will be a great occasion. So they have encouraged all the ISKCON followers to come in large numbers and participate in Sankirtana. The prime slot also they have given, 6 o'clock slot they have given us, 6 to 6:45. Okay. Then on October 2nd, coming Thursday, evening from 5:30 onwards up to 8:15, we have the Dasara Vijayadashmi celebrations in our temple. The celebration of victory of Lord Ramachandra over Ravana. The Lord is ever victorious anyway. So we have evening, we have a Ashtotra, Rama Ashtotra. We'll have the live coverage also. And 6:15 we'll have Krishna Balaram move in a grand procession in their Palaki carried by the Bhaktas to the main stage in our Maidan area, in our compound, temple compound. Just behind the upcoming Anantapadmanabha temple, there's a huge empty space in this 9-acre plot. So we'll be putting up a big stage, mega stage like last year. So the Lord will be carried there. And then we'll have a address by His Grace Madhu Pandit Prabhu, the President of ISKCON Bangalore. So on the occasion of Vijay Dashami. And then we'll have Harinam Sankirtan and also Hare Krishna Japa. 2 variations of the Hare Krishna mantra. Sankirtan, Bhajan, Japa, Sankirtan. 3 variations we will have. So 4th variation, Katha. So Katha, Bhajan, Japa, Kirtan. 4 variations of the Hare Krishna. we'll have. And the fifth variation of burning Ravana and Kumbhakarna by the power of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Invested in the crackers to burst the effigies of Ravana and Kumbhakarna in a grand occasion. And then Lord will return back in Palaki. There is Mahaprasad merriment for all the devotees also. Then another important and a very important announcement, more than Vijay Dashami or Dasara announcement, is the next day, extremely auspicious day, Ekadashi. So Madhu Pandit Prabhu has agreed to chant 108 rounds of Hare Krishna mantra. About half of what Haridas Thakur chanted. Anyway, Prabhupada said we should not imitate Haridas Thakur. So, and we can't imitate also. You will fail miserably. So, following in his footsteps, Anusarana. That is the first mala is Anusarana mala. Following the footsteps of the previous Acharya. So, we have 108 rounds of chanting Hare Krishna. It's a Japa marathon. It's called Japathon. So, first time we are introducing Japathon. In walkathon and all is enough we have done. Nothing has improved Mysore's situation. So, let's do Japathon. 108 rounds from morning 5:30 till night 8 o'clock. See, the bell rang. It's very auspicious. But we'll give you a little break because we are not Haridas Thakur. We require to feed our body. Short Ekadashi break we will give. But again the Japathon will continue. So try to target 108 rounds chanting. Actually the first 16 rounds is difficult. You'll be surprised. But once you cross the threshold point of 16 rounds, you will see the next balanced rounds up to 108 becomes, it's just like a free water flow of a river to the sea. Easily it happens. 16 round is difficult, let me tell you. 16 round is difficult, but once you cross the 16th round, come to the 17th round, the next stop will be 108th round only, guarantee. So, chant Hare Krishna mantra and receive the highest blessings of Lord Krishna on this day. And it is also worth, if you want to take a break on holiday, worth taking a leave of absence from your routine. Get the highest spiritual credits for yourself, your family, and even for Mysore and the whole world. Brings in auspiciousness. Sarva Mangalam. So we recommend you to chant. As been, of course, there is no compulsion to chant 100 rounds. You can chant any number of rounds, 16 rounds or 24 rounds or 32 rounds. You can even join in any part of the day because entire day chanting will be going on. You can, if morning doesn't suit you, morning 5:30, you can come at 10 o'clock, you can come at 2 o'clock and join, also not an issue. So, but some part of the chanting, please do come and try to give that preference to this japa yajna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai.